50 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a dick.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be getting into episode 3 of Interview with the Vampire. And this episode is called No Pain. I didn't watch the trailer for this because I wanted to go into this a little bit blind. But what I did notice, looks like some tension between Louie and Santiago, the lead actor at the theater amongst the coven. We left off episode 2 that we saw Louie and Claudia at the start kind of having some issues with navigating Paris. People were still kind of recovering from the war, and people were financially not well off, and so of course that affected Louie and Claudia because that's pretty much how they were navigating at that time. They managed to both each had kind of took on hobbies to kind of distract from the fact that just they weren't happy. Louie kind of dove into photography and was kind of Claudia, who was really just kind of tagging along. I don't think she had found her niche just yet, tagging along. And so it was struggling. Later on, we saw Louie on for the first time, and he introduced them to the theater where they met other vampires. And so once we saw them kind of interact with the people at the theater, we kind of see and his happiness kind of looks like he's a little bit happier, but just in general it looks like he was starting to go downhill. It started to kind of increase. She started to be a little bit more happy. She started enjoying herself. She finally found a vampire who liked to hunt the way she does, and she also had someone else to kind of lean on outside of Louie. Because I mean, Louie doesn't always seem, whether it's intentional or not, he doesn't always seem to have her best interest in mind. It's always about, if he's doing good, then everything's good. If he's not doing good, then everything's bad. And he's not kind of taking into account Claudia is going. I mean, she is a vampire child who has emotionally and mentally aged, but physically has not. And so it's kind of, so her growth is kind of stubbed at it. And we also saw kind of pick up on Louie and Claudia knew who Lestat, because when they were introduced at the theater, come to find out Lestat is the co-founder of the, and so they all are very much familiar with him, and so that raises a lot of doubt too. Lestat outside of Louie's hallucinations, but is he alive? Connection does he have with these other vampires? I mean, they speak telepathically, so who knows if he's in contact or not. So I'm interested that goes, and I want to see more of us. I think he's right behind typical vampire, and so I really love seeing that energy from him. But I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. If you like these reactions, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. These will be going up on Patreon, where they will be available a week ahead of time, a week ahead of the schedule that is set for YouTube. And so, yeah, I'm not going to waste too much time. And this is episode 3, No Pain. These memories or flashbacks. I saw the Playboy.
Of omakase. We cede power to the chef, submit at the fish markets, a series of risks.
Right.
Under the burning sky. Run. Black Blood, was it? You're Daniel Malloy. I've read your books.
A reader. Well, prepare yourself for disappointment.
I see.
They?
Off your game at. Perhaps they believe you've been humbled. Clever on their own. Now there's 2 of them. Of course, it was always. You just came to that late.
Wait, so Louie and Armand?
Mossad.
I wish I'd be better funded. No. I work for another watchful shop, of which has not come up in your conversations with them.
A stake in the story I'm writing. You have me bugged, or you do.
It's real. It's happening.
That's still a vapor
Well, then you have a more
considering
immediate problem than
how long
being
they've been around.
researched. Got a name?
I could give you the names of 4 others who had or undead. His name's Raglan James.
Got a real name?
Placed with proper encryption on your comically vulnerable laptop. Most of primary sources that your infamous friends in
Anyone
the
here a
penthouse
fan of
provided.
officers? We got a live one.
Dochi-sasama, Teisha-san.
In the desert, I burned my entire per diem. How many people in the world know what you know, Rashid? How many Rashids, Rashid?
I suspect just enough to help them stay hidden.
That's how billionaire vampires do it. How does your average Joe Mo vampire keep people like you in line? Unspoken threats?
I mean, the threat is always there. He could kill us both, but he doesn't. They are peaceful beings.
They drain and disappear us.
They have a biological imperative that is in conflict with human morality. But what is that morality other than rules agreed upon?
Thank you, Rashid. The average vampire has minimal when exposed, they feed or run or themselves. And I'd say we're multi-millionaires. Not quite a billion.
How
What
humble.
was wrong today? You were invited here as a guest.
Cell phones.
You were rude, but he crossed the line.
Artificial intelligence crunching improbable data.
I offer
How do you hide from the cloud?
We should probably...
He's always Louie. And kind of what we saw last episode when we came back with that little comment about Alice just because Daniel made a joke.
Data retrieval is
There's more
primarily
sides to
about
Louie.
profit, so I suspect no one at Amazon is trying to sell us blenders.
You kill nightly.
And sometimes you've watched that kill on the low. You've never been easier to distract.
Yeah.
Ignorance. We exploit it. Was Lestat's prophetic vision.
Lestat de Liancourt.
Yeah. We were shadows crouching behind stone. Transformation.
I'm listening.
Is he like
1556,
comforter
to lead the shambolic
Louie
Irish
and
a face from the subcontinent, French, my 4th and poorest language. I had never led anything in my life.
oh,
Ourselves, the children of darkness, hunted in shame, all in strict obedience to medieval laws put in place to protect us from humanity. And though I managed to maintain a discipline and humility, 239 years as Satan's. By the time Robespierre was beheaded, I was failing.
La mort punira toute enfant première.
The start was the wind to scatter. I felt his presence before I saw him. Sired by one of my deserters, Magnus. Something I hadn't felt
oh,
before.
Magnus.
The 4th of his true nature to a mortal and let that mortal live. And here he was, prancing and preening in front of like some patronized, tarted up dervish.
Vous êtes donc dauphin?
To hear Louis tell it.
Oh, so he started this whole little
horror
thing.
show.
That may be, but he made a remarkable recovery shortly thereafter. How else could you explain his hand feeding the audience? Our words are canaries. On everyone. He entirely unnatural. Using
Lestat is so dramatic.
le bâtard de Magnus. Je sais que tu peux m'entendre, mon enfant.
Aurait plus en mer.
And the longer I allowed him to exist,
Kind of like how rejecting Lestat at the beginning.
fascinated by his disregard for the laws I told them could never be broken. He took a mortal lover à la maison.
Oui, maître. Désolé, maître.
Raggedy and shit like that. No, man. Vampires have always been known to be glamorous. Like, I'm not living under damn living in.
Entends tout cela.
Par-dessus tes incessantes divagations.
Là, quelqu'un me regarde.
Tu m'as toujours rassuré.
Je pense qu'elle est là.
C'est encore de la poésie? Et un peu près de mon oreille. Je peux seulement comprendre quand tu t'approches.
Et par-dessus.
Qu'en était ce giton?
La solitude que tu ressens, il ne l'atteint.
Oh, he feeling bold with his own.
Là, on veut.
Le star, que se passe-t-il?
Rien.
Rated his present, or he'd destroy what little I had left.
Le start!
Là.
De ses pouvoirs.
Powers.
C'est elle en menant cette villa.
At least for his human lover.
Je suis Armand.
Damn you. The fuck?
Laisse les larves, veux-tu?
Oh no.
Je suis heureux que tu sois venu.
Nous devons servir Dieu
Why is
au
this?
travers de Satan.
De Dieu sont nous avec tes péchés.
Il parle de l'homme triste avec le manque loué.
Oh wow.
C'est un arc pour le simple d'esprit. De mes arbres. Et là, une flûte pour éroder cette prison qui...
He was tired of living.
His words had been my for a century. If it had come from me, they wouldn't have believed it.
Dieu. Satan. Armand. Nous sommes les dieux.
Havoc with more.
I mean, they did say the mind is the greatest prison.
Life Lestat had told them was possible. They went mad. Ended themselves.
Dictators have taken over. Just been
The only thing that kept
convincing them that there is no other option.
were the old rituals.
Child, he down there feeding on hang it up.
Sans jamais te dire tout ce que tu as détruit ici.
Nous sommes... Satan ne nous écoute pas.
Facade, like, dude, you know,
Comment transporter
I'm back to you. Like, come on now.
Dit-il tout en dansant. Trop facile de venir.
Il s'en remettra.
Certainement pas.
J'ai une idée.
Alright.
Avant que de façon aller...
Sound like Louie when he was first transformed. Like he wasn't taken to the vampiric nature too well.
Pour un vampire.
Une opportunité. Hamlet est mort sous le queue d'une lame empoisonnée. Mais l'acteur figé sous leur jus respire encore.
Dans ce temple, croire protège. Annonce que tu es un vampire.
Belief is
Mais on
protection.
scène les rituels de temple. Pas depuis les secours, mais depuis les premiers temps.
Je n'ai pas de clan. Tu m'en as privé.
Au contraire, maître.
There's another way of. I will say they do. Seems like they do it in a much cleaner process.
Tu as...
On fait un son.
Tu fais un meilleur moi.
Le faux fait tout le travail.
Après une centaine de nuits ici, tu t'ennuies déjà.
Seulement avec le jeu d'acteur. Allons-y.
Ici, maintenant.
Oh wow. Okay.
Il nous observe.
Elle devrait regarder ça.
Oh.
Austin.
Je t'aime aussi.
That's it? You're just gonna end it there.
When
I mean, I thought that was a good place to end it.
Lestat was gone.
How do vampires hide from Google? Not how did Lestat break his heart?
But because you were a good listener, you got answers to both.
So he never, it's not like they broke up. He didn't get over Lestat. So,
Waiting for me with a trunk full of cash and instructions to cover the theater's cost in perpetuity.
He abandoned Nikki. He abandoned Armand. He abandoned the coven. Lestat is.
Love you to a raging narcissist.
And I locked away those words for another 150 years. And then he arrived. Right.
He takes the boat back to America. He gets me on an L train in Chicago.
I said just outside Chicago. He said he didn't like big cities.
He gets me outside Chicago, a diner on the way to Garrett,
You find me in
selling chestnut.
Lord, them having to practice they lie because Louie can't lie to save his damn life.
What's he look like?
You won't ask that. I'm finally working backstage tonight. I won't be late.
You're the one who said he was
I mean, you still got to cover all aspects of that lie.
Joe.
Wavy hair. Smile crooks up to the left. Bunch of moles on his crotch.
Dad.
Well, he didn't keep you under floorboards for a week. I don't know what it is that you need. I remember what I remember.
Oh, she was talking about Bruce. Where's that from? Oh, she's talking about Bruce.
Maybe not Cincinnati. How about Shreveport?
The face.
Shreveport, Cotter Lake, burned himself on the bridge.
If you open up the windows, please.
Cavalier?
I see they don't need.
Maitre, welcome.
You be in the lobby
I got 3 minutes.
and to look me in the eye. Have you been early once is the question I'd be asking myself.
Have to.
The coven has grand design. You go at night.
Unconscious death is the fate of... We are conscious death.
Favorite part? No pain. How does he get him to bed?
Eyes down, puts.
No pain.
At the end.
I tried to stifle it.
Bloody to quiet us.
It's hay season. It still sounded terrible.
Of course you
Come in, sir.
Look up. This is what's called the wet room. A hateful place, you never get over the smell. It's your job now. Keep the sacrifice in there till 10 minutes to the stage. This is the buddy box. In the box. You put your freshie in the body box. You close the lid.
You let the rats in on the other side?
Bagora, the rats do the dirty for you. On a Tuesday, this
I heard that pigs and rats can really tear up some flesh.
track. These rats are smart. You open up the wrong box, they go get her. Metro punishes the entire coven, which does not win your friends in Farron.
We had an incinerator at home.
How'd that work?
Throw him in, watch him burn.
Feels a bit German. You can piddle a week before you have to empty the bones.
Oh, that's not fun. That's, I think he's talking about the Holocaust. I'm not sure.
Burial vaults. Coven members past, mostly heretics and lawbreakers.
What laws?
Until the ceremony proves. They found the heart. Rats love hearts.
I walk a new part of the city every night. Lost. Somehow, I always end up back by the river.
The waters of the Seine, contained and beautiful. Winding to... There's much talk of your camera in it.
Yeah, right.
They say you're mad in love with human private moments with light. They pester Claudia.
They ask me if they're curious.
How could they when you're so rarely
Lifetime. No offense.
None taken. Nothing worse than being dragged.
Yeah, that would be pretty boring. And then it's the same play every night.
Who's?
The opera-loving motorcyclist.
Yeah.
You should talk with Tuan Pham about cameras. He's very learned. Perhaps the two of you...
I'm not joining the coven. Trying to save you a sales pitch. You got Claudia, she's happy. For me, not much of a... That's why you're here.
It is not the whole reason
Is that
I'm here.
Oh fuck, he scared the shit out of me.
The whole reason he's here.
I like you.
Like you. Obvious?
We really must. Bruce, I sense him now in your mind.
Put you into my head on purpose.
Oh, that's a nice one.
So like we were. Not mine. You want me, I'm here. But I'm here. In this high jazz. Whole place feels like it's born again. Everyone's asking, what's next? What's next? Not, where were you? Or, be careful. I had enough of that back home. I'm out here finding myself.
Then what room is there left for me?
That's understandable.
If you have not found yourself.
Smooth, like
In a very difficult position.
I was supposed to be luring him in, but the
that is
Manipulating ways.
Who is
Arguing
RJ?
is foreplay.
It's one of my most profound feelings.
Oh, the name the guy mentioned.
My mind was touched by Armand's. I became deeply excited and driven to form new conclusions about myself and vampiric life in the abstract. Something wrong, Daniel?
Oh no, it's the computer. Something you were saying made me think of.
Think what?
It flew out of my head there. So where's Claudia at this point? How this stage of things?
You gotta be quicker than that.
They'll never hear you in the front row with your head down. First thing I do
See, I like him.
is have a chat with muck find their shame. In short,
Who's Francis not?
Chicago to walk the York Royal.
That was you.
And what was your shabby life in Chicago before the vampire Bruce?
Yes, I think this is what.
An orphan again. We have that in common.
I thought matron.
Why would you say that?
Estelle told me you were the youngest, but you're also the strongest. Figured you got the best blood.
No. My maker lies in the walls downstairs. Maître, put him there.
Good cutter? 3 minutes.
Thank you. 3.
Sorry.
Oh, don't be. He deserved his death. Blood and good mimic.
Did you kill with panache?
And your dearly... What did he bequeath the Empress?
How to lie well?
You'll make a fine actor then. It's Louie, yes?
Just outside it.
Still.
Picking up on something.
Evil as any vampire who ever lived.
They sound.
falls into with the first sin.
I mean, kind of saying, but it's dark and it's empty. And I can't see the bottom of it.
But if evil is without gradation, and it does exist, this state of evil, then only one sin is needed. That's your argument.
Evil.
is the product of the ability of humans to make abstract what is concrete.
Jean-Paul,
I'm talking to you.
this is my friend Louie.
Bonjour. Now, will you two kindly shut up?
Where'd you
Your
find a different
argument
seat?
assumes God exists.
I don't know that God exists. From what I saw in the war,
These are variations to goodness of the child, which is innocence, the goodness of the nun who lives a life of self-deprivation.
That Lestat made was that belief is protection. And some people believe there is no God and that religion is to keep people in order, and other people make the argument of Ahmad that there's different variations of goodness and evil. Oh, not him dead.
He'll never through your hand the way I do. That's quite good. You'll fumble each other.
Louis?
maybe you're right.
There he is again.
I'm sorry.
And we were having such a nice conversation.
I was with Bruce for 30 years.
Bruce.
Mine doesn't point.
There's something about 18th century army. Oh dear.
And where is he now?
Still a bookbinder.
He knows. You know where he is?
I want you to say it.
I killed him, and he fucking had it.
Well, that's debatable.
I've known for months. I've just waited for...
And that means what? Well, you gotta kill me now? For Claudia.
Did she help you kill him?
Yes.
I don't know any great laws. Lestat never told me shit.
I told you I loved you.
Go away.
Calm down.
And you said nothing.
What the hell with you?
Yeah, baby, Louie done lost it. Louie losing his damn mind. So he gotta be hallucinating because the stat's already dead.
Have fickle moods.
Well.
Switch between them real fast.
We could take a night off. I probably let it go. Said he burned himself.
No, we should do this. We should be real careful. Louie.
Imagine having mental issues and then mental issues. Like shit, that part of it.
Roaming America.
Or is he only having these feelings because of him?
Out his gas tank.
Thought we'd be on that road for a long time. His last word.
Had enough, he says.
Good.
Doc could have said, put your coffin on a boat. Go to Paris. There's a beautiful fucking founded it.
So that they wouldn't want to leave.
It was better when he broke my bones. Cried me up. I fought him. Kicked him. Clawed him. Bit him. And that... It was when he had me...
Stay away more than just that.
Before. During. Before. After. Fucked me up. Had enough of your
Claudia.
gloomy motor back. Gonna let me join the carving end of this week. Nice if you come.
This is for the world.
Louis' sorrow, and that's why she came back. That's
Yeah, for the buyer. He's ready for...
The lawyer?
I'll take a piss. A real cold cup of water there, Rashid. I was really in it.
She got a look. Like, is this
Witnesses to Christ's agony. Mr. Bacon also referred to...
the group of humans that are trying to prove their worth and...
The reverse on the right panel described Peter's field.
Who you
Child, did they
think I
kill
am?
Santiago and the rest of them?
The clock in your heart, the gears have stopped meshing.
The vampires are real. They're gonna kill us all.
The vampires! Going to kill us all!
What is this? He's disrupted the performance.
No. Let him speak, Sam.
Look who's graced
Easter performance.
Kill you next. Tell us who you are.
Did you read Le Monde today?
I have not.
A mutilated in a park 3 nights ago. Skull. Puncture wounds on neck, chest, and shoulder blade. Was that you?
Of course not.
Because everyone was in coffin by curfew.
Suppose we were to let you go.
And I don't see our girl here at that particular park. Do you?
Speak plainly.
You've had your time to recruit. It's not happening. None of us do what must be done.
So it's either
I
join.
would like to know what you intend to do with him, beyond comping him a 5th row centre out ticket.
And do you speak for the coven?
It's kind of similar to when him and Lestat was speaking in the theater, and like all his old previous coven members.
Or respect. No pain. No pain.
Like home. What is it, Major?
Reminds humbled.
Come.
The 5 laws.
Read in the youngest.
The 5 laws. Only he might order the working of the dark trip.
But I mean, like I said, his last opportunity to really bribe to get with it, or
never be given to the crippled, the maimed
Or he-
children.
I'm gonna leave Paris.
Where would you go?
How would it? If it's too large, maybe don't.
He left a body in the park.
More reason I should leave.
No vampire.
yeah, they don't
must
kill
commit
close to home.
writing the
I'm
history
assuming.
of the vampires.
You exposed us. Should I allow the London exposure?
No vampire shall ever reveal his or her true nature to mortal live.
You revealed yourself to the law firm of Roger et Habert.
They do business with vampires.
No vampire may ever destroy another vampire. Has the power of life and death over all his flock.
I will not
oh
harm you.
shit!
Those were your first words to me.
My maker was a vampire named Bruce. Who's Lestat de Lioncourt? Your first words to the coven.
And it is his obligation to finally seek destruction on all those who have broken these 5 laws.
We going?
We're going to get lost and end up back by the river. Like all our walks.
Will you know law?
I will.
Flee no more.
Take my head
Well,
off
she's
if you don't
found
do
home,
it.
but at what cost?
I don't want to go out that way.
Any other requests?
Look after Claudia.
She won't be here very long.
She really
14. A most turbulent chemistry. Her mind, as fierce as it is now, it will break apart in time.
You don't know her?
Oh shit! They were gonna kill her too.
Much, Louis.
Or is it gonna be too much for her? She's gonna
You're a star, Claudia.
off herself. I don't know.
For you and the ladies.
It's windows. I play young.
You'll be their little birdie for the next 50 years.
Shit, Claudia.
A
Still
savage
stuck playing as a
garden.
child.
Why isn't Louis? Those with the most power and the weak.
Don't give up on her. Tell her she's beautiful.
tell her that every morning?
You just want you gonna fight? I mean, I get that he's older than you, but damn, like.
Did I? Would I carry him? I did.
2 years or so ago, yesterday, a vampire.
Right, like at some point. Edging each other the whole. I really thought they were gonna kill Claudia. I didn't think that Louie was gonna die just because simply him and Armand. So and we haven't seen them to like off her at that moment, and we're gonna have to dip, and that's why we still see them two and not Claudia and the rest of them. But looks like we still have some more time with the other vampires, and plus I really want to see more of Santiago. I know that's probably problematic to say. Not that I'm against Louie or anybody else. I just like his character. I really think he's a great fit for he really played old vampiric nature, and I really like that about him. Like it feels like I'm watching a vampire with him. Just because the way he just goes about playing that role is just so like Dracula and them. Like they just had a certain vibe to them, and I like that about him. This is getting embarking on this relationship with Armand, and that's basically a requirement, which I'm head of the coven, so maybe he can kind of put his foot down and say, hey, that's I'm with him. He doesn't have. I'll keep an eye on him. You guys just focus on Claudia. But I need somebody like that go. I can't. And plus, Louie has already left his mouth because I think he said in episode 2 he dozed off on one of his performances. So he's not too fond of Louie, but I'm really wondering how they're gonna handle these few episodes in real life, like not a flashback, not a memory, not I really want in the moment. They're going to address that. How they're going to address the tension between Louie and the other coven members, just because he's not a part of the coven, are showing up more to give off the illusion that he's going to be a part of the coven. So I don't know. It's so many things, so many plots going on that we need answers to. Like, I need to know, what is the relationship between Daniel and flashback about the play magazines. Is it secretly Rashid giving him information? It did say RJ, which I know the guy's name. I can't remember what that name was, but it's somebody on the inside of these two. Have a close connection with them, and maybe it's just kind of being a whistleblower. But like I said, I really enjoyed this episode. I can't wait to see what happens next. The part with Claudia and where she is now, I can be patient and let that build, but three of them are Maud, Daniel, and Louie, and then also who is feeding the information, who has kind of hacked into Daniel's computer, and so set the tone for the next few episodes, because I think I only have 7, if I'm not mistaken. But if you guys enjoyed this, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Again, this will be going up. The videos on Patreon be available a week before they drop on YouTube. And yeah, if there's two, drop those in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Feel right. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal.